Scott, when he was an assistant, played for his dad. Seeing them, they run a lot of the same stuff, and I'm sure they both know what each other's doing a lot of times. It's a little bit different of a dynamic coaching against them that played for you.
Dingus out top. There's Davis with the drive. Over to Dials. Dials lets the three go. No good. Pulled down by Cody Payton in the game now, senior for the Wolves. Tolis is going to be pushed in the back there. Going to be on 21. That's Parker Davis. Andrew Mayab, no good. Pulled down by Ritchie. Ritchie, big play inside by Skylar Ritchie.
That's what the Wolves have really been needing out of Ritchie, for him to be more aggressive and everything. He's finished a lot of games with 1 or 2 fouls. He needs to be out there.
Dingus from way deep, Brady Dingus. 9 in the first quarter already for Dingus. 19-19, folks, as we get ready for the final 29 seconds of this one. I believe we are back up live on both feeds here. Sorry, folks, we're doing the best we can with technology here. So, folks over at Martin County and all of our Wolves fans that are checking in, bear with us. We'll get you this game the best we can. 12 seconds to go. Wilgus with the dribble out top. Bounce crossover. Wow, nice drive by Wilgus Tolson. And that's the end of the first quarter with it. Wolfe County 21, Martin County 19 in a great first quarter here. If that's what this game's going to be like, Lucas, we've got plenty to come, don't we?
First one to 90. We'd like to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors, Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Susan Cable, and Fig Kelly. All your insurance needs, Wolfe County, they have you covered. Wolfe County Farm Bureau Federation has gave over $4,000 in scholarships to high school kids in 2020 and over $5,000 to local food banks during the COVID pandemic. Whitaker Bank of Campton, supporting the Wolves and all of Wolfe County. Kale's Patriot Pizza. Right now, you could be eating a great pizza and having it delivered to your door. Call Kale at 606-668-9016. Banks Auto Sales, serving Wolfe County and the surrounding area for over 25 years. Get your next car from Raymond and the good people at Banks. Mountain Homes, find your best deal in the mountains on your next home at Mountain Homes. And Wolfe County Public Library.
All right. Thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate them. I spend a lot of time talking to those people, and they really, 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 really love Wolfe County, and they support these kids and all the kids here in Wolfe County. So thank you to those sponsors. Well, what a first half. Brady Dingus comes out with 9 here for the Cardinals. Had 6 for Jordan Dalton, excuse me. Luke Hill with 2 and Parker Davis with 2. We got even scoring. All 5 starters score for the Wolves here with 4 for Johnson, 4 for Tolson, and 4 for Ritchie. We have a kick ball. Had a 3 from Elijah Tolson and 5 from Sawyer Thompson during the first half. So Wolves spreading it around, Luke.
That's a nice set play there by Coach James to get a backdoor ISO for Dingus there, and Wilgus Tolson got his foot down to make him take it back out of bounds.
Ooh. Dingus goes in, goes up, and big Skylar Ritchie just ties him up.
That's a nice play there by Ritchie to not come down with his arms and get the ball as it's coming up into the shot there.
Ritchie is 6'8", 13, 14 years old. I don't know exactly how old he is. He's a freshman here at Wolfe County. Big future. There's Sawyer Thompson. Oh, just bounces off. Butcher on the dribble. Butcher kicks it over to Dials. Dials going to flip it back to Dingus. Dingus going to set it up. Jordan back to Dingus. Butcher trying to post up Johnson down on the block. Jordan back down the lane. Cannot get the rebound off to Wilgus. Wilgus on the break. So gets it back to Jazz. Jazz saves it. Wilgus looks for the shot. Finds Ritchie on the block. Spin move. Up and good.
That's a nice under control move there by Skylar Ritchie there. Coach Creech will be pleased with that, I'm sure.
Tell you what, he keeps giving them that, and Wolfe County is going to have a lot of success here in the 14th. Butcher lets a 3 go, does not connect on that one. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan Dalton.
Dingus from deep.
Butcher with the offensive rebound and puts it back in. Jacob Butcher.
The Wolves have to box out. They're playing really good defense and forcing Martin to take contested shots, but all that's for naught if you don't box out and give up a easy putback.
23-21. Ritchie spins on the block, taken away. Good hands by the Cardinals.
Probably should have kicked that one out. They doubled down. I don't know if he felt the double or not. That's a walk. Good call there by Chris Amberger.
Got a Hale checking back in. Had Matthew Linville in for the Cardinals there. We didn't give him a call, so Matthew been in the game. Got now on the floor, we've got Dalton, Butcher, Dingus, Hale, and Dials. Dials on the floor. Out top, Sawyer Thompson on the bounce right now. Kicks it over to Tolson. Tolson with the juke move, gets it in the lane. No call, and the ball's loose. Wilgus tracks it down. Kick it back over to Jazz. Jazz going to let the 3 go and bounces out. But we have going to call a foul on.
I think Skylar Ritchie there on the grab from behind, looked like.
Tried to go over the top. Great block out there by the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I didn't see who that was, but he had the big man on his back and was riding him out of there. Want to say thanks to our great camera lady over here, Kenzie Miller, filling in for us. If you saw her game winner here the other night and Lucas's call, it's something, if you haven't seen it, folks, you need to watch. I'll say. She made the top mountain plays the other night. Here goes Hale with the shot. No good. Well, down here comes Peyton. Off to Sawyer Thompson. Thompson on the dribble. Back to Peyton. Cross quarter. Elijah Tolson. He threat to let it go from there anytime. Takes it down the lane. Blocked by Hale.
Nice hustle play by Johnson there. Couldn't finish the layup.
Jazz got the rebound, tried for the reverse, and bounced out. Got a foul there. Probably going to be on Elijah, isn't it?
I think they might have got Peyton there.
Yeah, I'm not doing a good job keeping up with fouls here. That's kind of standard, isn't it? Oh. Dingus, under 5 to go here in the first half now. Blocked there by Davis, or Pick, excuse me. Get out of the football world. Long shot by Dalton is no good. Here come the Wolves in transition. Jazz back out to Wilgus. Over to Elijah, wanted the ball. It's a couple dribbles down in the lane. Could not convert. Wilgus goes for the rebound. There's a scrum, and he gets it. What's the –
Huh?
What's it called? 30.
I'm not sure who called that one.
I didn't see it get called, but they've given Wolfe County a 30 here with 4:28 to go here in the second quarter. 23-21 Wolves in some great action here early going. Lucas.
Yeah, going into the start of the second quarter there, both teams were I think they've both kind of lost their first win, with this massive ice and snowstorm. Most kids haven't been able to get in the gym for 4 or 5 days, and that affects your conditioning. And when you start a game, you're ramped up and your adrenaline goes, and then you lose it, and then you have to get that second win. I think right now we're seeing both teams they're a little gassed, and execution's not quite what it was to start the game because they're a little tired. But I look for both teams to pick back up here in just a second when they get their second win.
And both played on the road last night, and now Martin County's came all the way over from Inez to Gampton. So they've got a right to be a little bit gassed. And
both teams like to play about 7 kids also.
Wilgus with a nice drive there. Going to have a foul on Butcher. Okay, so the Wolves are inbound again. 14 fouls on each team. Wilgus looking for someone in the vicinity of, finally finds Peyton. Peyton going to drive to the baseline. Kicks it back out to Wilgus. Wilgus from deep, lets it go, and good.
He got to set his feet and got everything under him. Shot a nice, smooth shot there.
Dingus takes it on Tolson and picks up number 2 on Wilgus.
That's a heady move there by Dingus. He attacked him, got into his chest, gave him a little pump fake there. One thing about Dingus, he's a junior, but he's put together. You know, he's a strong built kid. He probably goes 175, 180, but he's, you know, a really strong kid for his size. And I can see definitely why he's a Division I prospect.
Dingus doesn't get either there. Wolves with a 5-point lead right now, 26-21. 4 minutes to go. The first half, Sawyer Thompson out top. He's going to take it on the bounce, rises up, and doesn't get it to go down. That's pushed out of bounds. Off the Wolves will be Martin County ball. Get Skylar Ritchie checking back in for Elijah Tolson here. And we've got Andrew Mayab back in the game for Wilgus this time. I'd say Wilgus is set for the next 350 with his 2 fouls. Dingus out top. Off to Hale. Hale drives to the elbow, rises up, no good. Butcher with the offensive rebound off his knee. We get a scrum on the floor. We're going to have a tie ball, and that will go to Wolfe County. 3:33 to go.
It's a good hustle play there for Sawyer Thompson to dive on that floor and get an extra possession for his team.
Say, folks, while we're ready, waiting on a transition here. Let's see, we've got a whistle. If you can, take a moment, go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. We need to build those subscribers up. We're looking for 1,000 here as quickly as possible, so we'd appreciate you being a subscriber to Bluegrass Sports Nation on our channel. And we'll have going forward, we will have all of our content on YouTube as well as Facebook. We've been mainly Facebook in the past, but YouTube is so much better of a medium and platform for these ball games. Subscribe to us. We may go exclusively there soon, so give us a subscription if you can. We appreciate it very much. Wolves back on the attack. And we got a walk. Now, Lucas, tomorrow we got a big one coming up in the All-A first round, rescheduled All-A. Got Shelby Valley and the Phenom over there at Chastity Row coming to Boonville, USA to take on the Lady Owls here on Bluegrass Sports Nation at 4 o'clock. So, folks, tune in for that one and some great ladies basketball. Nice crossover move by Dingus. Gets blocked by Jazz Johnson as he goes up, and the Wolves are back on the O.
I'm really glad that all the All-A teams are going to get a chance to play, you know, in that prestigious tournament and everything. You know, my hat's off to them for trying their best to figure out a way to host it and get everything in.
Yeah, I think that, you know, last week the weather just screwed it all up, and you know, state troopers not letting folks, you know, they were saying that. I don't know if that's, you know, what all happened out there, but I thought they canceled a little bit hastily. You know, I think they could have played those first 2 rounds this weekend, then brought the other teams back. And there's Skylar Ritchie. Nice assist from Jazz Johnson. Ritchie with another basket, his second here in the quarter. So I'm glad it's going forward for both boys and girls.
And that should be a whale of a ball game tomorrow. You know, you've got, like you said, a UK signee and then a really good Owsley County team. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
It's Jazz Johnson going to pull up on the jump stop. And again with a mid-range jumper by Jazz. We got a 9-point bulge here now for the Wolves, and they're kind of feeling it offensively, Luke.
I think it started on the defensive end for them. You know, they've got stops and they've been able to attack and everything. You know, they took away the offensive putbacks that Martin was getting in the first quarter and everything, and they're limited on 1 shot. And then Jazz Johnson and Sawyer Thompson's doing a good job of getting in the lane and scoring the ball for them. Or finding Skylar Ritchie for put-ins. So Coach Creech has got to be pleased with that. I'm sure Coach James is going to come out of here and try to get something for Dingus to get downhill, go to the rim here, try to get him going in this second quarter. He had a great first quarter, and the Wolves made an adjustment. See how.
Flash here, the tie back just tells us that Coach Cal says UK Texas A&M for Tuesday night has been canceled. I know Texas A&M having some bad COVID problems down there. They've had a lot of games missed. After the Cats played so well in Knoxville today, we'll see maybe they can reschedule somebody for Tuesday night that's been canceled already and see how this goes.
When I was watching the Iona game earlier, Patino's new team,
Dials,
they had a 54-day COVID shutdown. the longest any team's had since this whole thing started. 54 days.
The pause,
yes,
as they call it. Just like Louisville's been on the pause.
Mm-hmm.
So that and Brady and we had James Dials knocks down that 3 to bring it back to a 6-point game, 30-24.
Nice pass
Richie
there by Sawyer Thompson. Richie couldn't finish there, but
he was
good
deep.
look.
He just couldn't finish. Davis over to Hale. Hale with the corner 3. Good.
He's a sharpshooter. You got to know where he's at. You can't give him an open look.
That Hazard game I watched at WYMT and shot, he had 4 threes in that second quarter. Just lit up the gym and really put Martin County in a good position. Johnson over to Peyton. Peyton looks for Richie. Richie in the lane. Oh! They're going to call a foul that time on Parker Davis, I believe. Yep, on Parker Davis. I thought that was close to a good block.
Yeah, it was a real close play there. It was good interior passing by the Wolves. I actually didn't see the pass hardly get through there, but Cody Payton got it through there.
Richie does not convert the first. Skylar Richie already with 8 in the game here, two baskets in this second quarter for the Wolves. 1:17 to go here in the first half. Richie with the second, gets that one.
I think people just forget, because he was on the floor all season last year, that Skylar is just a freshman, a lot of times. And looks like we got a clock malfunction here.
Yep. Chris Amberg has spotted it. Still going to be Cardinal ball. Dials over here to trigger it in, back to Dingus.
High ball screen here for Dingus. Let him try to create something.
Pulls up and gets into Richie. No call. And that was
I don't think Dingus done a very good job of creating the contact there. He kind of just went straight up and down, and Richie done a pretty good job of staying vertical there. Dingus probably should have went into his chest a little bit more.
Yep, but it probably got the call on that one. Okay, got a little bit of a combo over
I think
there.
we have, somebody's got a little blood on him, so we'll have to sub Sawyer out. Looks like his finger or something got cut.
Got Peyton back in, so now we got Johnson, Richie, Tolson, that's Elijah Tolson, Mayab, and Peyton on the floor for the Wolves. Elijah Tolson with the second.
Nice hustle play by Cody Peyton there. Coach Creech is going to settle for the last one here. Up 6, chance to go in up 8 or 9. Smart basketball here. Don't give them any chance. He'll get the ball coming out of halftime also, if they don't turn it over here.
Jazz up top off Mayab. Still 30 seconds to go. Cardinals coming out, pressing the issue.
Look for the Wolves to get into their offense. Probably with about 8 seconds to go. Probably go with either a flat set for Jazz or a high ball screen here. It looks like coming from Richie. They've come to double. Mayhab drives.
Oh, knocked away from Peyton. And get Wilgus back in for the final 3.7 here, it looks like, and maybe Sawyer too.
Plenty enough time to run any out of bounds play you want to run right here with 3.7.
Get the ball to Richie on the block. He fumbles, but gets it back and puts it in. Skylar Richie with a big half for the Wolves.
That's a really good pass there by Wilgus. It caught Skylar off guard a little how hard he threw it, but he had to throw it that hard to get it over there to him, I think. But that's a real good execution there by the Wolves. They controlled the last 40 seconds of the half. Now they go in up 8. And will get the ball. No, they won't. Actually, they won't get the ball coming out.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about our sponsors there. Lucas, if you'll read through those, I'll do a little scoring here.
All right. We want to thank all of our sponsors: Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Susan Cable, and Fig Kelly. All your insurance needs. Wolfe County, they have you covered. Wolfe County Farm Bureau Federation has gave over $4,000 in scholarships to high school kids in 2020. and over 5,000 to local food banks during the COVID pandemic. Whitaker Bank of Campton, supporting the Wolves and all of Wolfe County. Kale's Patriot Pizza. Right now, you could be eating a great pizza and have it delivered to your door. Call Kale at 606-668-9016. Banks Auto Sales, serving Wolfe County and the surrounding area for over 25 years. Get your next car from Raymond and the great people at Banks. Mountain Homes. Find your best deal in the mountains on your next home at Mountain Homes in Campton. And also the Wolfe County Public Library.
The Wolves take this 8-point lead basically on the strength of this second quarter. They outscore the Cardinals 15-8 in this quarter. Hold the Cardinals, high-scoring team here, to 8 points on the quarter. Just 2 by Jacob Butcher, a 3 by Luke Hale, and a 3 also by James Dials. In the game, we have Brady Dingus right now with 9, Jacob Butcher with 2, 6 for Jordan Dalton, Luke Hale with 5, Parker Davis with 2, and James Dials with 3. So that's the scoring for Martin County here in the first half. For the Wolfe County Wolves, who scored 20 in the first half, 15 in the first quarter, 15 in the second for a total of 35. They got 6 from Jazz Johnson, 7 from Wilgus Tolson, 4 from Elijah Tolson, 5 from Sawyer Thompson, 11 for Skylar Ritchie to lead the Wolves here in this game, and Cody Payton for a total of 35. So, tell you what, Coach Creech has to be pleased with what he's seen here in the first half, Luke.
Yeah, anytime, you can be up 8 on a team like Martin County at half, and, Jazz and Wilgus, neither one have, done the bulk of your scoring so far. That's got to be a good thing for you. Skylar Ritchie came in and gave them a great second quarter there. I think he had 8 in the second quarter, and the Wolves, the main thing, did a really good job, I thought, on Dingus. They switched a lot of screens. They pressured him, made him kick the ball out, and put the pressure on other people from Martin County to make shots. Obviously, Martin County has kids that are capable of making those shots, but Brady Dingus is the straw that stirs their drink, so to speak, and he's going to try to get his 20, 25, and Martin County needs him to get those 20 or 25. So, if you can hold him scoreless in a quarter, you've done a really good job. And I think that was a big key for the Wolves in the second quarter there, and that helped them build this 8-point lead.
I'll tell you, let's talk a little bit about what's going around the 55th District here in the 14th Region. Of course, we had cancellation Friday night, but Jackson City was supposed to be here to play girls' game against Wolfe County. So do we have any word on them when that's going to be rescheduled? I think it's
first week of March, I think.
First week of March.
Yeah.
Monday night, if all holds, we'll be right back here at Rose Gymnasium as the Breathitt County Lady Cats come visiting the Lady Wolves in the second go-around of the district home and home this year. Wolfe County won that first go-around. They're also the #1 seed in the 55th District tournament that we'll have for you here in its entirety on BSN from Wolfe County. So
I think Breathitt's girls are actually playing 2 games today.
They are
in Pike County.
They've actually, somebody has put a stream up here on the page of they're playing Pike Central right now. They lost the first game in overtime. I had these scores sent to me, and I'll give that to you right now.
You see a lot of teams trying to do that, or teams try to fit games in on Sundays,
Right.
With all the cancellations between COVID and then also the weather issues. It's just you have to try to play any day you possibly can if you can get a match with anybody.
Lady Cats lost in OT to Eastridge 60-58 earlier today. They're playing Pike Central right now. I don't see a score on that at this time, but we'll keep you updated. How about earlier today, Brianna Tincher from Jackson City School puts up 44 at Prestonsburg, and I asked her mom when she sent me the box score today. Her mom Brenda keeps the score for Jackson City. She sent me the box score, and it was 98-91 between Prestonsburg and Jackson City, and I was like, wow, that's definitely an offensive display by those two teams over in Prestonsburg today.
what that score tells me is Coach Green has found a couple of more girls to be able to score some points for him.
Yeah.
You know, even though, you know, Brittany Tincher Brianna Tincher scored 44, you know, he had to get close to 50 from everyone else. And you know, that's showing that they're improving and they're making strides to close the gap on Breathitt and Wolfe, and nobody would want to play them, I'm sure.
In that game, Faith Laser for Fredericksburg had 37 for them, and then for Jackson City, let's see how many that, Brianna Caden had 24.
Wow.
The big girl in the middle for the Lady Tigers, and Addie Turner had 21. Excuse me, that's Riley Turner's score.
Okay.
I apologize to Caden had 2. Riley Turner had 24. I'm looking at this sideways.
Yeah, it's hard to read sideways. I was looking
and
at
Addie Turner had 21, and Tincher had 44. So that's don't want to shortchange or anyone there, but good. So last night I went over and I want to thank D&D Sports over in the 15th region. Went over and co-broadcast the Breathitt Johnson Central game last night and saw a good basketball team.
It was. I got to catch the last 3 quarters of it. It was a real good game.
Senior lady, I tell you what, Johnson Central is a force to be reckoned with. Of course, now they're number 1 RPI there in the 15th region and have an RPI of .72, which is over a point higher than Hazard, which is number 1 in the 14th region. So good basketball team. I can tell you, Isaiah Mays, Corey Van Hoos, John King, they've got some kids that can really play, and they're all seniors.
Yeah.
When I did my story this morning, I looked at a recap of that's on Bluegrass Sports Nation. I looked at it. They've got 8 seniors and 3 juniors out in their top 11. And, you know, that's hard to deal with in high school when you got Breathitt County who's playing sophomores, and those kids are going through some wars right now, and we commented last night that they need it, and they're going to grow up, and this is such a skilled team. And another game that needs to be rescheduled is the second go-around between the Wolves and the Bobcats that will be up in Pharisee Woods Coliseum whenever that gets rescheduled. Now, Breathitt County is packed full with their schedule right now, so they may have to. But now getting to Breathitt, we were supposed to be broadcasting their game today as well. We were going to have them with Lee, but Lee had a COVID issue, so that game went away. So you never know when you're going to play.
No, you don't. It's real hard. I've talked to Coach Creech a lot and everything, and, you know, he's been, you know, down to 9, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, you know, trying to decide if he's going to play that evening. You know, and that's hard to do with your kids, you know, and trying to work out things with different teams and everything. And then, you know, you get obviously the snow and ice storm that's hit in the last week or so. It makes it a lot more difficult on top of all the COVID issues and everything. So I'm hoping, and I don't really know how it'll all play out, but I'm hoping the district and regional tournaments aren't affected by COVID. I'm sure at some point on some level they will be with as many, you know, moving parts as you have. But, you know, it's hard to see kids work, you know, sometimes their whole high school career and then maybe not be able to play.
Got a message here from my man Rod Davidson over in Leslie County that the Leslie County girls are playing back-to-back today, so they've got 2 games going on. Darn good basketball team right there for the Leslie County Lady Eagles, and they'll be a force in the 14th region. And talking about the 14th region, big news broke yesterday. Of course, Dawson Duff is now eligible at Hazard, and if, you know, people accuse the folks up in Hazard and Perry Central of doing a whole lot of stuff, and sometimes I guess some of that may be engineered, sometimes it just falls in your lap. You know, and Dawson left Perry Central, and a great kid. You know, I've known his family, and he was on my coach pitch team forever at Breathitt County and known him. And he goes from Perry Central to Hazard, and he's eligible for the Hazard Bulldogs now. And not that they need any help, but they should. But
obviously.
You know, but he needs that may be a factor in the upcoming region, because one thing that Hazard doesn't have is a whole lot of height and beat.
Yeah.
And Dawson can provide that.
And,
so it's
you know, and he's a senior. You know, he's been through the battles and played in a lot of big games, and you know that's something you can't teach. You know, his experience. I look for, you know, this region. I think there's 4 teams that are probably front runners, and then possibly another 3 that can beat 2 or 3 teams.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got, you know, the way I handicap it and the way I have is Hazard and not Central. You know, the two experienced senior-laden teams. And then you've got Breathitt and Wolfe, you know, and not in that order specifically,
sure.
you know. And outside of that, you know, you got Estill and Letcher who are dangerous, and Leslie County certainly go.
Yeah.
Leslie can put it together at any time. They got a lot of pieces. So they it's going to be an interesting region. It'll be at Breathitt County High School as far as we know right now. You know, that could all change like volleyball did. Goes Davis on the drive. Nice drive up and over Skylar Ritchie. So Parker Davis gets on the scoreboard to open it up for the Cardinal here in the second half, but Elijah Tolson right back at you.
Nice job of Wilgus Tolson throwing it ahead for Martin's defense to get back. Skylar Ritchie with a big rebound. Wolves looking to run. Elijah with the kick to Jazz.
You know, that's going up and it's going. Oh, well, it's a good rebound there by Dalton. Dalton going to kick ahead. Goes Davis. Davis looking at the basket and just kind of skirts around and gets his second basket the second half there. Make it 38-31, Wolfe County. Wilgus on the bounce, pulls up real quick.
Hard.
No good. Pulled down by Davis. Davis going to lead the break himself. Kick it over to Hale. Hale sets his feet, lets the 3 go. No good. Pulled down by Wilgus Tolson.
When he lets it go, it always looks good. You
sure
can tell
did.
he's a shooter, you know. Every time he lets it go, you think there's a real good chance it can go in.
Jazz Johnson off on that one. Here come the Cardinal again. Butcher.
I look for Coach Creech to get a timeout here if Martin scores. I think the Wolves will come out and they're looking to play a little fast.
Dingus takes it in the lane, going to be fouled by Jazz. They'll send Dingus back to the line. He's 0 for 2 there. Missed his first 2. First one's up, knocks it down. Gets Brady in double figures with 10 on the night. Second one is up and good. Five-point game. Jazz out top, stutter step, pulls up with the short jumper.
That's a nice move there. You know, I mean, that wasn't an open shot. That was a shot under pressure defense there by Dingus. Jazz rose up and knocked it down there.
Wolves really extending the defense here on Dingus right now. He's got that. I saw him make that shot twice against Hazard. That kind of a step back, stutter step 3 from the top of the arc. So apparently the Wolves have watched that tape, but he's going to pull it up now. Oh, just off. Pulled down by Johnson. Johnson on the break, looking for Elijah.
Nice pass there by Johnson to Elijah Tolson there.
Butcher to Hale. Hale lets the 3 go. No good. Pulled down by Ritchie.
Wolves looking to run. Sawyer Thompson open.
And there's 1,000. There's 1,000 for Sawyer Thompson. I've got him for 7 now, so that should have been the 1,000. I don't know if they'll stop the game or what they're going to do. We'll get a picture. We'll get a picture of him after the game.
Yeah.
And there's the ball. I'll be right back.
All right. That's a really, really big honor for a high school athlete. Obviously, Sawyer's just a junior, so, you know, he's got a chance to add to that by all means and everything. Sawyer is probably one of the truest definitions of a high school athlete that you'll ever see. He's a extremely hard worker, an exceptionally smart kid, but the best part about him of all is he's probably the most humble and soft-spoken and well-mannered kid that you'll ever see. You know, he's so humble in everything he does and everything. And really happy that he got this moment and everything, and he get recognized at home especially. The Cardinals will have it at half court after their timeout here, 44-33. Wolves have took an 11-point lead here. And looks like we're going to have a foul on Wilgus Tolson on Dalton's drive.
Better turn me off for a minute so I can catch my breath. Old man running up and downstairs. Well, congratulations, Sawyer.
Absolutely.
Awesome kid.
Absolutely.
Awesome kid. Jazz kicks it into Elijah in the corner. Up, no good. Pulled around to Dingus. Dingus, nice stutter step dribble around the back. And he tries to wrap it around Jazz and gets Jazz for the foul. Dingus with the first. Got it. Second one bounces off, no good. Getting the Wolves back on the attack. Wilgus stutter steps for a minute. Dingus cuts him off, but they're going to get Dingus for the foul. It's going to be on his second. Tolson out top. The fake gets in the lane. The scoop shot can't finish, but and Richie can't finish either. Ball's kicked around. It's loose. I think everybody on the floor has touched it now. And here goes Hale off to Davis, up and good.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky. That was a pinball.
We'll have to go back and watch that. Everybody on the floor may have touched that ball on that play, to be honest with you.
44-36. The Wolves still have an 8-point lead here, 4 minutes through. Nice job there by Elijah Tolson cutting through. Nice pass by Skylar Ritchie on the dump off there.
Elijah with 7 big ones here in this quarter already. Now it's a 10-point game, 46-36. Dingus going to pull up. No good.
He looks a little winded. He's kind of not got as much explosion in his step right now as he normally does.
It's like Pike Central 58, Breath at 47 in girls basketball over in Pike County. Jazz Johnson in the lane, going to kick it back out to Wilgus. Wilgus lets a 3 go, no good. That one is off Davis. Track it down, that's going to be off Wilgus. Or is it? No. Sorry, it's off Davis and going to stay with the Wolves. Jazz of the WC logo.
Martin's turned up the pressure on defense here. Elijah Tolson driving. Skylar Ritchie's really posting hard. There's a lot of physical. I was going to say, they're going to have to call something down there, down low.
Foul's going to be on Davis. It's his third of the game. Tolson to inbound, gets it into Jazz right in front of him in the lane, under the basket, kicks it back out to Wilgus, and he can't connect from there, but I think that's going to be, that's going to go over to Martin County. (46-36), got an even 3 to go here in the third quarter. Butcher's going to take it across the lane, and he gets hacked by Ritchie. It's going to be Ritchie's second.
Ritchie was late on the help there. Wolves did a bad job closing out there and let somebody drive the lane. But, you don't want to give somebody a layup. Make them hit 2 free throws, up 10.
Butcher with the first, got it. Got them both. Here's Butcher 4 on the night. Tolson to Tolson. Elijah out on the left wing, finds Ritchie to the basket, up and can't finish, gets his own and puts it back.
Nice job there by Skylar hanging with it there. Lost the handle and missed the first shot, but aggressively went and got it and put it back in.
And nice drive there by Jordan Dalton. It's his first basket since the first quarter to keep it, but cut it back to 8, 48-40, 2:22 to go here in the third quarter. Tolson, cut off by Hale. The juke move, he's going to go across the lane, kick it out to Elijah. Did not go down. Sawyer Thompson wades in for the offensive rebound. Back out to Tolson. Jazz Johnson, big conglomeration there.
Yeah.
Had not good spacing on the floor that time. And that's out of bounds to Martin County.
Wolves got a little stagnant on that possession there. A lot of dribbling, not much ball movement there or screening. Everything kind of got clogged up.
Butcher hits Hale in the corner, lets a three go, and it bounces off. And a couple of those go down. This is a different game.
Oh, absolutely.
Tolson gets all the way to the block, and before he's stopped by Butcher, going to be a foul on Butcher, and send Wilkes Tolson to the line. Tolson for number 1. Got it. You'll have number 2. Got the second as well. Here's Wilkes, 9 on the night. Cody Payton coming back in to replace him along with Andrew Mayab. We got Payton, Elijah, Mayab, Sawyer, and Jazz on the floor right now for the Wolves. Dingus, Butcher, Hale, Dials, and Dalton on the floor for the Cardinals.
One thing the Wolves have done on defense, they've alternated who's got Dingus about every 3 or 4 minutes. That's a charge.
Oh, yeah.
Good job standing in there and taking that by Elijah Tolson.
Well, and I'll say this, and I said this last night on the air talking about Wolfe County over in that game, was that the question has been all year, and you and I have talked about it, and everybody's watched. I mean, as far as one of my keys to them is who's going to get Hunter Brewer's plays, who's going to make the plays. Elijah Tolson has stepped in with that charge. He started to take the charges and get the loose balls that Hunter did that made this team so good last year. And good steal there. Jazz pulled around into a double team, taken away by the Cardinal. Here comes Davis on. Nice little step, but he can't finish. Gets the rebound, and he's fouled on the rebound. Just send him.
Yeah, Elijah, he came in last season, off the bench, and then stepped into that role that Hunter left, and done a really good job. And Andrew Mayhab, has been a big surprise, to a lot of people that didn't know the Wolves. Coach Creech and his staff and everybody, they was counting on Andrew to have a big year, but he's had a lot of big impact in games and everything, a lot of hard work on defense and hustle and everything. And, those two have really filled a lot of that void. And obviously, Cody Payton's always been an energy guy and a hard worker, so, he's still doing what he's always done.
Jazz couldn't convert that one. Pulled down by Hale. Hale kicks ahead to Dingus. Dingus going to pull up. 18-footer. Good.
You could tell he was going to shoot that one from half court. He knew exactly where he wanted to get. He got there, and he rose up and knocked it down. It's a 7-point game, with 20 seconds to go in the third. Martin's hung around. Wolves need to hold for the last one here and execute.
Sawyer just going to let the three go. They're going to let him shoot it, and he's got it.
Oh, steal by Elijah Tolson. Gets shot off and hits it.
Two by Elijah. And a big surge of energy here for the Wolves. Makes it a 12-point game at the end of the third quarter. Lucas, tell us what happened there. I looked down to keep score. I looked up and saw the ball going through the basket.
Well, you had Sawyer take a three with about 9 seconds there, and he knocked it down. And as Martin was inbounding, Elijah just shot the passing lane, got the steal, knew how much time was on there, which is an aware, senior thing to know exactly how much time you have. Turned and shot it. And that, with 40 seconds to go, I was talking about Martin being down 7 and how they'd done a good job hanging around. And in 9 seconds, everything can change quick. In basketball, 9 seconds is an eternity. And, that the Wolves will have it coming out of this timeout here, with a chance to go up 14, 15 points. And when the possession started, with 40 seconds to go, they was up 7. So, you know, that's a big turnaround in a short amount of time. I'm sure Coach James is trying to go over some of that right now and talk about execution and protecting the ball.
Yeah, well, thank our sponsors again here as we go. We got Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Wolfe Farm Bureau Federation, Whitaker Bank of Campton, Kale's Patriot Pizza. Folks, I'll tell you what, we're thinking about calling Kale's right now. Ty said to call him. He wants a pizza up here, but we're gonna let Ty go on and not do that. So we got Banks Auto Sales, Mountain Homes, and also the Wolfe County Public Library. Thanks to all those people for always helping us here at BSN bring you all this great action. We get ready to go down to fourth quarter here, 55-43 with that little burst there by 5-point burst by the Wolves in the last few seconds. Tolson out front, little 1-4 set. Wolves spreading the floor, trying to get some spacing. Jazz Johnson with the dribble. Wilgus Tolson going to drive, and there's a Mayab in the corner. Back on the baseline. Tolson drives across, acrobatic shot. They're going to call him for the ball.
I thought that was a good call there. He took one extra step, I think. Well, yep. Nice job there by Wilgus jumping that handoff there, and it caught Davis off guard and forced him into the turnover there.
Wilgus out top with his. Jazz just going to pull up. No good. Down by Dalton. James Dingus on the dribble. Dalton will fake. Davis. Davis pulls up with the nice shot by Parker Davis.
Nice play right there.
Cuts it back to 10.
Martin's not going to quit. You know, they're a good team. You know, they've got good leadership in Dingus. And, you know, they're going to finish out the game, play hard here. Got to reach on Hill there on the baseline. Coach Creek's going to get Skylar Ritchie back in here.
It's 5 team fouls on each team now. We got 6:38 to go. Get the ball in on the block to Ritchie, and they just can't handle him in there. Dials can't.
I don't think, for some reason, I don't think Martin County was ready defensively. I don't know why. I mean, the ball was handed to Wilgus, and Wilgus just threw it straight to Ritchie. For some reason, Martin never did acknowledge Ritchie was over there wide open on the block.
Skylar misses the free throw. Gets it back to 12. Dingus out top, guarded by Wilgus. Brady takes it on the drive. Down the lane, can't finish. Butcher gets the rebound and puts it up and good.
Wolves probably had a chance at a charge there, but didn't take it.
Jazz off the pass.
Nice curl around there for Johnson there off the double stack set.
The key to that is if Jazz can knock that down, I think the Wolves can get that about any time they want to, you know, against about anybody they play. So that's just, you know, when you've got a talent like Jazz that can just pull up and shoot those mid-range jumpers. Look good. Kick ahead here by Tolson. Off to Jazz, and he lays it in. Jazz Johnson starting to accumulate a few points now. That gives him 12 on the night. Still well below his average. Hale back to Dials. Dials going to let the 3 go. No good. Skylar Ritchie with another rib. Off to Sawyer. Sawyer pulls it out. Looks back to Elijah. He's not going to hold it. He's going to knock it down. Elijah Tolson.
I don't have a score sheet in front of me or anything, but the Wolves have to be getting close to 5 people being in double figures, I would think.
Dingus off, pulled down by Ritchie. Oh, yeah. And here Jazz, he's in double figures.
Nice pass there by Wilgus Tolson, and Martin County has to take a timeout to try to slow this down. This went from a 10-point game to a 19-point game in about 2 minutes.
Right now, to answer your question, Lucas, we got, well, man, I have a hard time counting. That's right, too. Got Jazz Johnson with 14 right now. We've got Wilgus has 9, so he's close to double figures. I've got Elijah now for 16. Got 10 for Sawyer and 13, 15 now for Skyler. So that's
you got 4 with double, and then Wilgus has 9. You know, that's what you want heading into district and regional tournament. You know, you want your team where nobody can key in on one person or 2 people. You know, and the Wolves, you know, when they're at their best, they're sharing the ball, they're shooting open shots, and everybody's involved. And that's you know, today's been a good example of that.
I want to say thanks, folks. Got plenty of comments here coming from Martin County. I want to thank those folks up there in Martin County. I've you know, gotten to talk back and forth online here a couple of times with Brady. Seems like certainly a nice young man and great basketball player. So beginning to follow that program a little bit more up there in the 15th. So you've got some great talent and looks like a great fan base. So folks, after this game, I'll have a recap up tonight on bluegrasssportsnation.com of this game with scoring and things. So recap that. I'm not taking pictures today. I had to come up here and do the commentary, which is a detraction for everybody instead of me being down there taking pics. But that we won't have a picture gallery. So here we go with Butcher off to Hale. Hale's going to let it go, and you can mark that one down.
Well, he had missed 2 or 3, and they all looked good. You know, shooters, they ain't going to stay cold forever.
Off to Thompson. Wilgus with the spin move. Look out. Oh, he can't finish that. Nice move. And we're going to have on the baseline. Yep.
And, you know, speaking of Martin County's program, you know, last year they won the region, and like, you know, 15 other schools, they didn't get to take place, you know, to finish their season in the state tournament. That's a shame. They had a really good ball team, as they still do, but obviously, you know, they could have went down there and won some games in the state tournament and everything. So we want to congratulate them. I think it's the first time in a long, long time they was able to do that.
Wilgus is going to be fouled. Oh, they're going to call a travel. Yeah, and you can tell they're a well-coached basketball team, disciplined. They're maybe not playing as well today as they could, but still yet, who can during all this?
Sure.
And I'm telling you what, I mean, I've got 2 kids at home. I'm affected by this COVID stuff, folks, and I work every day, you know, so I can imagine what these kids are going through with, you know, on-again, off-again schedules and doing school virtually and all sorts of stuff. It's got to be tough on everybody. Dingus going to take it, and going to be a foul on Sawyer Thompson. So every one of these kids should be commended for what they're doing.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's invariably, I stay after my boys all the time with everything that goes on, you know, to be active and stuff. And, you know, when you don't have a routine, it's hard to be at your best, in my view.
And, you know, all these kids.
Jazz. Oh, he misses the jam.
Went for it. That's all right.
Yeah. Kicks it to Hale. Hale with another 3, and that's good. Luke Hale. Picked off by Davis. Oh, he's hurt himself. He landed strange over there, Dingus, and they're going to count it. But Hale is hurt. Davis is hurt.
Looks like he twisted his knee, I think.
Yeah, he did.
Hope he's okay.
Yeah, I hope that. I mean,
he came down awkwardly.
But he's rubbing his calf. Let's hope that's just
maybe just cramp.
Hopefully. Let's hope so. Let's pray so. So many of these kids, you know, years back when I was playing in high school, not basketball but football, you never heard of an ACL. And now these kids are just coming down wrong and hurting themselves and having problems with their career. But he's in a lot of pain over there. Dingus makes the 3. The 3-point play.
We got a 10-point game here with 3 minutes to go. You know, the Wolves kind of relaxed there a little bit.
A little 9-point run there for them.
You know, up and down and not valuing the ball as much as they had. Jazz steps up and hits a 3 for them there.
That's what seniors do, folks.
Yep.
Right there.
Stymies that run.
Dingus going to take it hard. Nice jump step. I mean, wow. Probably needed to do that a little bit more throughout the game because he's hard to stop.
Well, one thing about him, too, nice look there.
He did.
Yeah. That's a really nice look by Sawyer Thompson. One thing I noticed about Dingus is he gets 20, you know, in a game, and it's effortless. You know, he doesn't go out there and just steps into a three.
And we got a timeout.
That's a real good timeout there by Coach Creech. You know, his bunch, I think they quit focusing at about 5.5 minutes. In the last 3 minutes, Martin County's been playing up and down and got themselves back in this game with an 8-point lead with 2:37 to go. Coach Creech, I'm sure, is going to talk about, you know, ball security a little bit more and being able to execute.
And we're glad we're not close to that huddle over there right now.
Yeah.
We're on the opposite side, so we don't. And that's well warranted.
Yes.
But I want to say thanks. You know, of course, I want to check out those banners up around the area here. I want to say thanks to Ty back over here next to me. I take the pictures, and Ty does all the artwork on those and some good stuff here at Wolfe County. We appreciate the Wolfe County Board of Education, Robert Scott, and the whole athletic program and all that they do for Bluegrass Sports Nation. And we try to do our best for Wolfe County as well as Breathitt County and Owsley and Jackson City and everybody in our little area here that we travel around and cover on a nightly basis.
Well, I mean, it was always really neat to, you know, have you all, but this year you all went above and beyond. I'm not saying that because I'm on here with you. You know, there's so many people that wouldn't have got to see any of these kids play at all this whole season if it wasn't for people like you all and the sponsors, obviously, that, you know, graciously support it and everything. So, you know, it's made a difficult, trying year a lot easier and a lot funner for a lot of these kids, and got them a lot more exposure and everything.
And keeps me busy and keeps me out of trouble.
There you go.
Keeps me out of district court all the time. Jazz Johnson with the first. Got it. And for those of Martin County just tuning in, if you know I'm the county attorney in Breathitt County, I would rather spend time calling and shooting ball games in the district court, but that's my elected position.
Not on the docket.
My true vocation. But I love watching these kids and supporting and promoting these kids as well. Hale with another three. Got it.
He's heated up in the fourth.
He sure has.
You know, he's hit three.
Wolves are going to have to earn this one at the line, I believe. Nice little break there. Ooh, could have called steps on Jazz. Did not. Down the lane. Up. No good. Gets his own and puts it back. Cardinals really needed a stop there, but Jazz gets two more. Dingus off to Hale. He's going to let another one go. And count it. Whoa! En fuego.
The Wolves have to do a better job of identifying who the shooter is. You know, I mean, he's hit 4 in a quarter now. You can't lose him. You've got to make somebody else.
Over to Elijah. He does not take the three. Back to Wilgus. Luke Hale. Sitting Campton on fire, taken away from behind, up to Dingus. Going to be a 4-point game right now. Brady Dingus. And the Cardinal are on the march. Jazz in the backcourt, guarded by Butcher, goes behind the back. Pass over to Wilgus. Wilgus takes it down the lane, and he was grabbed by Hale there. That's going to be on Hale.
Be 1-1 now.
Puts him in the bonus.
I look for Coach Creech to possibly call timeout if he makes both these free throws to give his kids a chance to rest, play defense, and refocus here. They can't lose Hill on this end anymore.
That's been good. Wilgus makes the first. Have the second, have the back end here. Makes this, it'll be a 6-point game, and he does. And you're exactly right, Luke. We got a full called by Coach Creech there.
That's a good timeout, I think. I think, you know.
Kind of set the stage for this final 1:15 here, 1:14. As the Cardinals come roaring back, only thing that I do not like for the Cardinals of what's happening over there is Davis has not gotten up from that chair since he sat down.
That's a bad thing to see there, you know, and hopefully, you know, it is just cramps or something minor, obviously.
He's pulling on his toe right now, so hopefully that's the case, because he had a spectacular third quarter with 7 points there and already 2 here in the fourth before he was injured, and it was just on a simple pass over there where he came down. So let's hope he's okay for the rest of the night and the Cardinal going forward.
I think Coach James is probably going to try to get Dingus a high ball screen, or else just spread everything out and let him work. And obviously if he can kick to Hale, he'll look to do that. I'm sure Coach Creech is stressing no help from number 2, Hale. He's had a phenomenal fourth quarter, hitting 4 threes and everything. Of course, we talked about him before the game. He's probably one of the top three-point shooters in the 15th region,
well, I mean,
and only a freshman.
And I did a post the other day, and I don't have it here to pull up, but he's one of the top in the state.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, freshman-wise. They were doing it by class the other day, and he can certainly get hot in a hurry, and he has exhibited that here right now. They're looking for him, and they found him, and just bounces out, but they get the rebound back. Dalton gets the rebound, kicks it over to Hale. He's going to let it go again, and it's down. Luke Hale, timeout full for Martin County. Luke Hale, 5 threes here in the third quarter, 75-72. Wolfe County with 55 seconds to go.
And, you know, they dodged one bullet. He missed one. But the one thing that can't happen, they gave up an offensive rebound. You know, in a 1-minute game, up 6, you can't give up an offensive rebound. And then the easiest time to find an open three-point shooter a lot of times is off an offensive rebound. And sure enough, that's what happened. And, you know, young man's had a heck of a fourth quarter here and brought Martin County back. Wolves will have to first get it in. I don't think Martin will foul right off the bat. I think they'll try to pressure for 10, maybe 15 seconds, and then foul probably. But the Wolves got to get it in first and foremost.
They do to Wilgus.
Somebody's got to flash to the middle for the Wolves.
Back across. There's the flash. Deflection.
Timeout.
And they're not going to foul Towson.
Now they'll have to foul,
yeah. Foul Wilgus. 39 to go.
Still 1-1. Big shot here on the first one. Make it a 2-possession game.
Up. And
got it. Senior leader there stepping up.
Wilgus 5 for 5 now on the night. You'll have the back end. It's up and good. 5-point game, 77-72, 30 by Coach Creech. So we go down the stretch here, man. I tell you what, not been a disappointment here at Wolfe County this evening.
And we said before the game we thought, you know, both these teams would be in the 70s and 80s, and, you know, that's where we're at.
Well, I tell you, you know, I watched this Martin County team again. This is the second time I've seen them live this year. And, you know, their record of 5-7 is a misnomer. This is not a 5-7 basketball team. You know, they're excellent. You know, they lost Trey James, you know, when he reclassified and went on to college and stuff. But I could imagine this bunch with the big man in the middle.
Oh,
you know,
you're talking about a top 10 team in the state, probably. Yeah. You know, preseason they were top 10, top 15 in the state before he decided to leave. And, you know, they've got a lot of pieces. And obviously, you know, if you add somebody 6'10", 7 foot in there, that's really, really dangerous.
All right, here we go. Should be a fun ride down the stretch here. Dingus guarded by Mayeb. Now he falls off and Tolson takes over. Wilgus and Dingus is going to take it to the basket. He's grabbed by Tolson. That'll put him at the line. That is the 17th foul on Wolfe County. So Dingus will go to the line with the clock not running for a 1-and-1.
That's one thing Coach Creech probably didn't want to have happen.
Dingus with 8 already here in the fourth quarter. I've got him for 23 on the game. Of course, my scoring is always unofficial. First one is up and good. It's back to 4. Dingus with number 2. Brady gets it. Put the ball into Tolson in the corner. He gets away from the trap, and Dials has to foul him. It's probably not the man that you want to foul.
No, Wilgus does a good job of getting himself open and getting that ball in his hands. You know, he wants the ball at the end of the game in a pressure situation. He's proven himself time and time again in that type of situation. And, you know, not to jinx him, but, you know, he's somebody that's going to step up there with supreme confidence when he does toe that line or has that ball in his hand at the end.
7 for 7 now in the game. And folks, I've learned when I started doing this, the announcer jinx is real. Wilgus gets the second, but it kind of bounces off of Tolson, I guess. Yeah. So here we go. 5-point game, 20 seconds to go. Dingus on the move, gets it off to Dalton. And it goes across the lane up and cannot score, pulled down by the Wolves. And we've got a foul on. They're going to call that on Jazz Johnson on the rebound. Yep, sure are. It's 4 on Jazz. And that's going to put Butcher at the line for 2. Wow, that's a turnaround.
That's the break Martin needed there. If he can make both these free throws.
First one bounces off, and Jazz gets the rebound. So if they can make their free throws here, that should just about put a nail in it. And Jazz will go to the line. Well, you know, when I did my preview of this earlier today, when we found out Breathitt wasn't going to play and we were coming down here only to do this telecast instead of doing 2, I made a little post, and, you know, I said it was going to be, you know, Jazz and Brady would be facing off, and down this fourth quarter, it's definitely been a face-off between – well, I mean, outside hell, let's say that.
Sure.
But, you know, we don't want to discount a young man who's got 5 3-pointers here in the fourth quarter. But, you know, Dingus has put up, he counted up here,
23 or
12.
25, I think.
He's got 12 in the quarter.
Yeah.
Jazz has got 9, 10, 11, 13, 14 in the quarter, going for 15. So, you know, the two guys that are leading these teams in scoring have come to play here at the end of the game. And Martin County's definitely made this interesting down the stretch and given us a good finish here on BSN.
I mean, both these teams are going to be playing, you know, in the regional tournament most likely, and possibly, you know, can make a run to the regional finals. Both these teams have that capability. If you've got guard play like both these teams do and have the ability to make outside shots like these teams do, you're going to have a real shot in the 14th or the 15th region.
Yeah. Well, folks, thanks for joining us. I mean, a pleasure to have all you Martin County fans on here. Got any recommendations for us how to do better, let us know.
Yeah.
I may not want to hear it, but I'll sure take it and redo it. But we have fun doing this, and we love promoting these kids of Eastern Kentucky. And so thanks for helping us do that by watching. Spread the word. Dingus going to take it to the hole, and he leans in and scores again, and that'll be – what do we got here?
I think the ball was touched, and ordinarily they don't stop the clock, but
you know, that's something that I've really noticed that they need to do in high school basketball is within the last minute stop the clock on those baskets like they do in college and in the pros, because you know you hate to see that. Sometimes these games just run out with the ball bouncing around, guys not having to inbound. Wilgus throws it off the top of Rose Gymnasium here, and so it'll go. He better leave the football to Jason.
Yeah.
His little brother.
Yeah, little brother might play a little quarterback or linebacker. But.
Yeah. All right, and off to Haley. Lets another one go, and no good, and that'll be a final 81-76 here from Rose Gymnasium in Camden, Kentucky, and a good one here between the 14th and 15th. Coach Creech and Coach James shake hands. If you want to go ahead and thank our sponsors again, Lucas, I'll try to do a little scoring here.
We'd like to thank Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Susan Cable and Fig Kelly, all your insurance needs. Wolfe County, they have you covered. Wolfe County Farm Bureau Federation has gave over $4,000 in scholarships to high school students in 2020 and over $5,000 to local food banks during the COVID pandemic. Whitaker Bank of Campton, supporting the Wolves in all of Wolfe County. Kale's Patriot Pizza. Right now, you could be eating a great pizza and having it delivered to your door. Call Kale at 668-9016. Banks Auto Sales, serving Wolfe County and the area for over 25 years. Get your next car from Raymond and the good people at Banks. Mountain Homes. Find your best deal in the mountains on your next home at Mountain Homes in Campton. And Wolfe County Public Library.
You read those too quick.
Yeah. Well, you know what? After watching this game, I think both teams, you know, came in. They played the style they wanted to play. Martin, they didn't hit as many shots as they'd probably like to have hit and that they might usually hit. But Coach James, you know, he's just like Coach Creech. He wanted to win today, obviously, but he's focused on 3 weeks from now in the district tournament and the regional tournament. And, you know, just getting better. And, you know, his bunch is extremely talented. That's the second time I've got to watch them, and they're a fun bunch to watch. They play really hard, share the basketball well, and Brady Dingus is as good as advertised, and Mr. Hale is one of the better shooters I've had the pleasure of watching.
And a freshman.
And a freshman.
Yeah, so he's going to have a lot of good time coming forward at Martin County. And you say, Lucas, looking 3 weeks from now, folks, it's here. It's almost district tournament time. This season's been so on again, off again, you don't realize it. They're going to teams trying to squeeze in all these games here. But the 15th of March, we're going to be right here in Rose Gymnasium for the 55th, getting started with the girls and boys. We'll be with you here on BSN, folks, with Wolfe, Breathitt, Jackson City, and Owsley all the way through the end of the regular season. Then we'll bring you the 55th, and then we'll see what goes on with the 14th. As far as doing both boys and girls, we'll definitely do quite a bit for you. Don't know exactly how that will all work out. When you get down, there's so many people that stream games here in the 14th.
Sure.
I don't know where we'll put all the cameras down there at the Coliseum. So here's our scoring for tonight. Game high, 28 from Brady Dingus. He had 14 in the fourth quarter here down the stretch for the Cardinal. Jacob Butcher was 6. You had Jordan Dalton with 8, Luke Hale with 20, with 15 of those coming in the fourth quarter on 5 threes. You had Parker Davis before his injury. I definitely want to get an update on that young man with 11 here without playing probably 6 minutes down the stretch. And then James Stiles had a 3 for his 3. Total 76 for the Martin County Cardinals. For the victorious Wolfe County Wolves, putting up 81 here tonight, they were led by their leading scorer, Jazz Johnson. Jazz had 15 in the fourth quarter to post 25. And Wilgus Tolson with 15. Wilgus 8 for 8 tonight on free throws. Great job at the free throw line. Don't think very few of those even drew iron, to be quite honest with you, Luke. Elijah Tolson with 16. Sawyer Thompson with 10. Skylar Ritchie with 13. And Cody Payton with 2. So you did have all 5 starters for the Wolves in double digits here tonight. So an impressive performance. The Wolves, their games have been so few and far between.
Sure.
Rowan County canceled on them today, so we thank Martin County for coming over and playing this game. So we had a game tonight, or we would have lost. We here at BSN, we try to stream 2 or 3 games a night sometimes. We did 3 the other night, which was incredible.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it came off without a hitch, to be quite honest with you. But a lot of these people, a lot of these other groups that do this stuff, they're with one school or they're with one group and they pick and choose. We do them all for these teams, basically. Basically for Breathitt and Wolfe.
Boys and girls.
We've got all their games on. For Owsley County, we go over and do a bunch of their games, and we'll be there tomorrow. So tune in about 3:45 tomorrow. Ty and I will be there. And to bring you what should just be a dandy between Owsley County and Shelby Valley. Monday night, I haven't set my schedule for next week yet, but I know we're supposed to be back here Monday night as Breathitt comes to Wolfe County at 6 o'clock. So I just tell you the truth, Lucas, I enjoy this 6 o'clock stuff.
I
really do. I think, before you were out all night at these ball games, but you come in, it's like today, 5 o'clock, we're going to be home by 7:30. We can do some recaps, stuff like that, and get some pictures up, and you're like, oh, wow, I still got time to do something.
Yeah.
So it's a pleasure, but we've got a full schedule, packed full, coming to you the next couple of weeks. And again, folks, just to let you know, the UK game on Tuesday night has been canceled. According to Coach Cal, and that's what Ty gave me a few moments ago. So look for that to happen a little bit more. But here today, it is the Wolfe County Wolves with this 81-76 win over Martin County. And the Wolves move now to 8-7 on the season. Not the season they had planned from the beginning, but we'll see how it ends for them, because they've definitely got the talent to do what they want to do going forward, and it'll be interesting to watch them as the 55th and 14 gets rolling. So this is Brendan Miller. We want to thank our sponsors one last time: Wolfe County Farm Bureau, Wolfe Farm Bureau Federation, Whitaker Bank of Campton, Kells Patriot Pizza, Banks Auto Sales, Mountain Homes, and Wolfe County Public Library. For Ty back on production, Lucas Miller on the call, and our sweet Kenzie Miller on the camera. This is Brendan Miller saying thanks, folks, for making BSN your choice for Mountain High School basketball.